temp's increasing. It's now 29 Celsius. Losing time here, man. We need to pass it.
You're in the middle. Clear all round. Car left. Clear left.
Alright, Mick. Looks like it's stopped raining.
G'day viewers, it's Michael here again and welcome back to Single Racer. And welcome to this small but important update to Automobilista 2, where it goes from 0.55 to 0.56, but it includes the new Nürburgring 24-hour version that melds with the Nordschleife as one big long track. So here are the details here, and I'll have them for you so you can pause the video and read them if you want to, or if you haven't seen it before. But I thought I would check out, instead of the previous video where I checked out the 3 GT4 cars, I would drive a whole field of GT3 cars this time and explore this slightly more advanced version of the track that's just dropped in this latest patch. But just before I do, I did want to take back something that I said in the previous video that on reflection I think I now disagree with, and that was that I was slightly disappointed in the external camera replay of the Nordschleife, only from the point of view that I felt that you didn't get a sense of where you were on the track. But I was answering a few comments underneath the video later on, and so I re-watched that part of the video, and I realized that it does give you a great sense of speed. It's almost as though they've gone deliberately, or it feels like they've gone deliberately, to focus more on the closeness of the car, meaning you get a greater sense of speed rather than just sort of have a long shot to say, yes, this is where I am on the track, but you don't get that sense of aggression and speed and fighting between the cars. So I do kind of now feel that I regret saying that, and feel the replay is a lot better, but there is that still in the full version, that shimmering. There's something going wrong with the cars. It's like there's this vibrating shimmering that's going on that hopefully will be fixed in a patch later down the track, pun intended. And so now let's check out a 20 car field race in the GT3s on the Nürburgring 24-hour 2020 version. So this is Michael signing out for Single Racer. I'll catch you next time. See you later, and let's go GT3 racing.
The track temp is 27 Celsius. 1 laps. They can count. The air temp is 18 Celsius. Okay, Mick, get ready.
Okay folks, so as we get set, starting off in the rain, and we're off. So I'll try and get past this McLaren here. Just keep an eye, mate. Oh, I was watching the McLaren so much I didn't even see that other car. I don't even know what it was. Oh, and I almost went the wrong way too. I was thinking it was the going the other way, right, not left. I'm all over the place here as I try and settle down here. Now one of the reasons, oh, there's a big clap of lightning there. One of the reasons I picked the Mercedes is I love the gearing here. Very simple, down to third, down to second in those last two corners.
Good start, mate. Nice one.
as I take it easy
Hold your
here
line.
with the rain.
Clear left.
Okay, thank you. Because I wanted to see how the rain, I've set it so that it dries out, and I wanted to see how the rain gets affected by the undulations of the Nordschleife, whether it settles at the bottom and everything.
Left side.
Ooh.
Clear left.
As I tried to squeeze by him, but he wouldn't let me. Let me try on the opposite side now, so just be a little careful here. Man, this is fantastic. Hard to see, but it's fantastic. Oh, look at that spray, jeez.
Just drizzling now. Looks like it stops.
Did you hear him? Just drizzly. I can barely see the corner. Oh, but I've got to say, this is fantastic. Oh, and I almost went the opposite way too. I forgot it's the full track, so the full 24-hour version almost went right instead of left this time. Come on, Mick, settle down. Now I'm on the track that I know very well. I should be okay now. I was kind of hoping the rain would settle down by now. I set 4 zones and just had the rain for the first one to kind of see what the wet track on the Nordschleife would look like. I wasn't expecting it to rain for this long, but you can't have everything.
Track temperature is increasing. It's now 29 Celsius.
And of course a lot of this is spray. You heard him say that the temperature's rising, so hopefully it'll dry out soon. As we just sort of settle down. I don't want to make too many crazy moves this early stage when I can barely see. Look at that spray. It just looks awesome. Oh, and did you hear the big puddle? And that's what I was curious to hear or to see. So what I mean is, as we go over the rise here, it almost feels like it dries out and then gets wet as we hit the bottom there. It's a really, really great effect that I've noticed in AMS2. And as it starts to dry out here, coming out of here now, hopefully I can get a bit more speed up. I'm just biding my time here, but this feels fantastic. As we come into another wet patch, see as we go down the hill. Listen to that spray on the tyres, it sounds awesome. And now you hear the tyres squealing as the rain dries out. Oh, this is just fantastic. These GT3 cars really have added a fantastic next level to Automobilista 2. Because to me,
Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth.
I'm holding my nerve. Thanks, crew chief. To me, it adds 2 distinct levels. You've got the modern, well-known tracks and GT3 and GT4 cars now, but you still don't lose the Brazilian tracks and those quirky Brazilian cars that made AMS so popular in its own way. This is just awesome. So again, as we go down the hill, you can hear the puddles affecting the tyres as I drive through. See, as we go down again, you can hear the weather affect the tyres. And as we go up the hill here, I'm hoping, see, there it is again. And as we go up, it should dry out again.
On your left.
See, to me, it's like the rain is falling down the hill. And that's just fantastic. As I use the opportunity to pass the car there. Now, I've only got them set to 100 because I knew I had to talk while I was driving. And, you know, I know this track really, really well. I find it hard to talk on tracks that I don't know that well. This is a lot easier because I'm almost doing it in my sleep in a way. I've done hundreds and hundreds of laps online on this track. Okay, thank you, crew chief. The temperature's definitely warming up. I love this corner. Look at them spread apart there. This is fantastic. I have got my foot to the floor. I'm not holding back in any way. But the trouble is, of course, picking a side to get past them from. And on that basis, thank you. No, I thought it was another car for a second, but it's not. As we get through the carousel here, I'll just concentrate as I get through this bit. Thank you. As I take the opportunity, he stayed high and he didn't quite have the momentum coming out of the carousel there. So I took the opportunity to pass him. Now I've got to fight with these two. And speaking of fighting, I gave the channel called Donk a bit of advice, and that is that there's an argument to say that I have the aggression of the AI set to 100. In other words, it's maximum. Because the argument is that rather than bash and crash you, by having it set to 100, it's like they're more aware of you. The argument is that when you set them to 20, so I'll just wait for him to finish. The argument is when you set it to 20, that's when they almost ignore you and crash into you from behind and in front and on the side. But when you have the aggression set to 90 to 100, they become more aggressive but also more aware of you. You know, they plan their moves better and they arguably punch you less. They still punch you, of course, and still can send you off the track. That's the AI, but try it higher, 80 to 100% rather than lower, thinking they're going to be less aggressive. So just give that a try if you've never tried that before. So I want to try now. I should be able to overtake this car on the straight if I can plan the corner like I did in the last video. And I really noticed here is the bit where I said it becomes much wider than the Assetto Corsa version. So, I almost went off, yep. It's still a bit wet here, so I'm sliding still a bit. So now let's try and get this running. You could hear the puddle there. This is fantastic. Come on, get past him. That's it. Fantastic, yes. And look at that beautiful castle on the hill there. This is fantastic. So I think I'm in third place. Yes, I am. So a podium here. The AI is set to 100% strength and 100% aggression. And this is phenomenal. I absolutely love this. As you can hear the water there settling down in that low bit. As I've got to remember now not to turn right thinking this is the normal Nordschleife. Remember, Mick, turn left, turn left. That's it. As we finish the race. Oh, this was fantastic. This adds so much to the sim. So I highly recommend this DLC.
Great drive. That's a podium.
Thank you. If you're on the fence, I highly recommend the DLC if you like the Nordschleife and the Nürburgring. Okay, so this is Michael signing out for Single Racer. I'll catch you next time in a totally different type of video. See you later.